Sliding no back now, I'm feeling like Venom. I told her kick it, back him, squeezing a Mac, lemons, walk down, boy.
It's the dark skin, Sam is my neighbor. Oh man.
Today we back with our brother, our smart, educated black man. Black brother.
Why'd you gotta emphasize the black?
Cause it's black.
Cause like you gotta appreciate. You gotta appreciate black people, man, that's actually taking the time and energy to educate themselves, so they can educate the rest of us brothers looking from the other side of the screen. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? To let you know if he can do it, you can do it too. And he's trying to educate you with what he already educated himself. What? I don't know nothing about him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about the birds. He be teaching us about whales. Freaking, what you call it, goats? Yeah. Hippopotamus. Devontae. You know what I'm saying? Turning his booty cheeks gorillas. You know what I'm saying?
Monkeys.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, the whales, man, all kinds of whales.
Learning about snake, bird,
learning about
drugs,
bro. Even down to the dogs and the cats.
Even down to our skin complexion. Like, there's really a difference between blacker, and then blurple. Like, it's so crazy how he's taught us so much about skin complexion. Like,
I don't remember that video.
There could be a possible video where he deciphers, like, y'all make me so black, then y'all make me look white. Like, I'm not gonna cap.
I don't remember.
I don't cap, bro. Like, y'all really like, I think I might have to do some scientific exploration upon y'all skin complexion, because there's no reason why men should be this damn black.
This black didn't look like a freaking gorilla. Alright, man. Let's get to this video. Just another boring video about birds.
Hey, man, let's check it out.
God!
Hey, yo. Hey, give me that bird.
Let the baby
give me the bird.
None of these kids are getting old. And one thing they don't tell you about getting old, that bird wash.
Bro, I'm just saying, bro. Like,
all right, bro.
Where can I find that bird?
We get it. All right.
I need to pay for it. I need to buy that bird, man, so I can take care of it.
Right. So you can feed it, right?
Yeah, feed it every time.
Don't let the baby face lack of facial hair. And one thing they don't tell you about getting old,
baby
bird wash your face really comes out of nowhere.
Hey, yo!
You'll be minding your own affairs, and then one day, unprovoked, you'll be like, that is an immaculate looking grackle. We laughed. The whole time he was right. The bird is the word. And is he wrong? Just look at Buddy go. I could watch that for a couple of minutes without getting bored. This is an American woodcock, and I know what you're thinking. They go by a lot of names, such as the timberdoodle, the bogsucker, and the hokopoke. As for the partridge plugwalk, woodcocks eat worms, and it's believed that a cute little woodcock waltz to us is a Category 7 disaster to any earthlings below, and the confusion makes it easier for a hokopoke to poke 'em folks. They do their dancey dance in the name of murder. And clearly it takes some time for a woodcock to get the rhythm right, as you can see.
They be doing that walk while eating, bro.
Chasing them. They're just faster, but they're trying, and one day they'll get the motion, and that's all you really can do when you're a little woodcock. Now, if I've gotten older, there's one bird I've really grown to appreciate. This is a blue-footed booby. Now, I know what you're thinking.
Holy fuck.
Why blue? We'll get to that, but the blue-footed booby is a seabird of the Sula genus, along with the masked booby, the Nazca booby, booby, brown booby, and the red-footed booby. So let poor media representation fool you. Boobies come in a lot of colors, but to be fair, you might have only ever seen blue. Well, the blue comes from the carotenoid pigments in the fish they eat. It's really no different from the shrimp that turns flamingos pink. And if you identify as Bugs Bunny, the carrot consumption can tint you tangerine. For bluefoots, the color actually correlates to their health, and by extension, how attractive they are to a partner. And there's no stolen valor in the system. Scientists did an experiment where the boobies starved for 48 hours saw an immediate decrease in the brightness of their blue. They took it a step further by taking a male booby, we'll call him a moobie, that already had a female laying egg in his nest, and dulled his feet with makeup. His mate responded to the nerve by laying a smaller egg days later, one with less yolk concentration and therefore less of a chance of living. So yeah, the brightness of a booby means everything, and is a literal blue check that verifies your immunological health. Funny thing, you see the same thing with mandrills. Male mandrills look like they got rear-ended by a snow cone machine because it's a sign of social status. The higher the status, the higher the saturation. A mandrill that gets regularly bullied and beaten will lose its cheek color. So that's why alpha mandrills look like they're constantly cotton candy constipated. The brighter the butt, the more he procreates. And brighter boobies get more groupies, which is why their courtship display involves birds flaunting their colorway. It's like red bottoms for crit. It honestly looks like they're on a mission not to crease their sneaks, and the final act of this involves the movie presenting his partner with nest
Mama got the J's on.
Even though blue-footed boobies don't even make nests. Nah, instead they thug it out on the ground, while defecating 360 until the dry product forms a ring around the nest. Why? Well, as it turns out, boobies have a poor sense of smell, but great visual memory. And in a flock of up to 10,000, they recognize their nest by the specific ring of guano. And guano stands for they don't want to stay in that ring, but somehow that visual memory doesn't apply to their children, and only chicks inside the septic center get fed. Baby boobies that leave the center not only don't get recognized and don't get fed, they might get massacred by their own mother. Leaving the poop ring? That's not the only way a baby booby can get deflated. This seabird practices siblicide, because again, don't let the internet's unrealistic booby standards tell you otherwise. No pair of boobies are exactly the same. One's always a little bit bigger. And that's okay, it's totally normal, but it does mean the bustier bosom will bludgeon and bully the weaker chick, often while the parents watch the booby get murked like vasectomy. It usually happens when parents are low on groceries, but sometimes the booby will catch a body just because. The Nazca booby will yeet its sibling out of the nest, even though studies have proven that boobies working together can easily feed both children.
And I just catch you on the beach.
Alive. Yeah, it ain't all beauty being a booby. Like I said, unrealistic booby standards aside, they come in many colors like the red-footed variety, also from their diet, and they also use their feed games to secure a mate. Evidently, it might work too well, as not even a predatory coconut crab can resist getting grabby with an unsuspecting booby boy. But there's more than just quick walking unmentionables in the world. There's also tits. I've definitely grown to appreciate these fleet of flying popcorn chicken. Really nothing like waking up and opening your blinds to a nice pair resting outside your window. Tits are a large family of passerine birds seasoned all across the world. Alright, let me stop waffling. Let us address the elephant in the room. In Eurasia and Africa, they're known as tit birds, but come to America and you'll find they're called boobies. So I get why you're confused. You got an Italian plumber with a Japanese creator using their American name. Understandable, that would trip up anyone. Now with the birds of the tit variety, how they got their name is actually pretty interesting. Back in the day, tit was more like teat, and teat was an old English word for little or small, or even a suggestion of something small. Matter of fact,
like angels
used to reference a small horse or pony in the very derogatory. For example, no storing of pasture with baggly tits, with ragged with age, and evil at hits. Thomas Tasser. Translation? Tommy had a problem with the horses. But yeah, tit means little, and if you don't believe me, pardonnez mon français, mais petite means little. So that is un petit peu de tits. Also in old-timer language, mus referred to bird, and the game of telephone turning mus into mouse is how there's now a group of birds known as titmouse. English lesson aside, when it comes to birds, there's a lot of tits in the world, and they come in all shapes and sizes. My favorite is the long-tailed tit. Look at him. He's like my final boss of bird bias. It's one of Europe's smallest birds.
So cute!
They tend to keep it pretty pootsie, except in Sweden. They got big ones over there. In fact, it's home to the great tit. At about 5.5 inches as far as tits go, they sure are. Can't leave the Americans
great
also.
tits, but
shout out sultry parus minimus. Or the bush tit, and representing the aforementioned titmouse is the tufted titmouse of Texas.
Nah, you know what he doing with that
shit. Stops an alliteration station. But back to my preference, the long-tailed tit. And not just because of shape, although I do like them round. I don't really have a preference.
I'm telling you, bro. He know what he doing.
And something about watching them hang in the air is just satisfying. But also because they have a daycare system. Nature just couldn't let a long-tailed tit rot, so they have a lot of predators like owls, weasels, and even unnatural ones like domestic cats they can thank us for. The war on tits means their airborne cotton ball has a high nest failure rate, but the thing is, if their family becomes compromised in the middle of their nesting season in May, because tits usually pop out in spring, instead of trying again, usually what they'll do is help out a nearby nest. Now the helpers are usually related, but in a study, half of all the long-tailed nests had at least one, and usually more recruits helping the cause. As you can guess,
I like how you be pulling out source and shit.
Chance of surviving a trip around the sun, and the experience means the helper's future
just to prove that
have better luck
talking
at life.
shit.
So basically, these birds
talking out of ass, man.
It takes a village, and it's always a pleasant sight to see tits sticking together for the greater good. And I gotta say, out of all these birds, I really like the of this one. This is also pronounced Giz is a term used by bird watchers to describe the overall appearance or impression of said bird, typically garnered from attributes such as size, shape, flying pattern, posture, coloration. It's all about aura, the vibes. For example, some favor the J work of a booby. Me, I prefer the vibe of a long-tailed tit. Everyone has a preference. Woosah. I hope you didn't think we were done, because we also have the tit babbler of the family, Timulidi. Now you know where the TIT part spawned from, but the babble of it all reference the constant babbling sounds they make. And obviously the naming guy wasn't into it. There's a lot of types of old world tit babblers, but probably the most famous one is the fluffy-backed tit babbler of Southeast Asia.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Honestly, they're pretty, and I was one.
This nigga Casual Geographic, bro. Like, he is smart, bro. Cause where they usually show like, what's that channel that they usually show stuff
National
about?
Geographic?
National Geographic, right? And bro, most people that watch them shit is old people, bro. But he made it in a way where it's like, okay,
Yeah,
Casual
younger people.
Geographic, casual,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But
For
it's gonna
casual
be,
nigga.
yeah, like, and it's gonna be entertaining.
Yeah.
And you were able to learn about birds and learn about animals
Yeah.
or whatever, and made it fun for like kids to watch.
Bro, they use his videos in schools, bro.
Yeah, bro.
That's crazy, bro. That nigga is so good they use his videos in school.
That is tough. He's smart.
I wasn't a believer at first, but I do see the fluffy part coming into play, so having a name with babble, it's kind of disrespectful. Surely someone cares for what a talking tit bird has to say, but hey, it could have been done way, way worse. This is a dick sizzle. It's basically a cardinal.
bro, what's up with these names, bro?
Central America, as in they
Bro, I
have
don't
all
know
their
shit
hankies
about
making
birds,
fun
bro.
time in the U.S. Midwest during their breeding season from about early June to mid-August. Then, before fall,
Did you
symphony
fucking?
sizzle dicks migrate en masse to Central and South America.
That's
on the
crazy.
ground, and they're highly territorial and will run fades in the name of property development. So if you walk outside to a hyperpigmented popcorn kernel running the ones, you sir have a case of aggressive dick sizzles. But considering they're only 5 inches long, you'd much rather hear those words on your front lawn than from a doctor in a clinic. And the same way the morning dove brings you back to waking up in your childhood bedroom, dick sizzle might have been your summer anthem and you didn't even realize it. In fact, that's how they got their name. Apparently after what the name guy thought their song sounded like in words. And somehow that was enough to get named like that.
Scissor?
That's onomatopoeia, I wouldn't want to be ya. Speaking of which, this is the Galway bird of Africa. Same timing as Richard Sizzle. Their lore is that their call sounds like Galway, which apparently was in the neighborhood of Galway. You know, at first I wasn't feeling it, but if I try really hard, I can make myself hear it. Or I could just be getting Barbie again. Did he not just curse? The fun thing about them is it's believed that is an alarm call to warn other Galways and actually even other animals of predators. Conceptually, if that's true, that's really cool. And that's it for the onomatopoeia portion. Let's talk about the rough-faced shag. It sounds like a euphemism for the cultural appropriation.
Rough-faced shag.
Really, it's a rare seabird endemic to New Zealand. Shout out New Zealand. A cormorant, if you will. You know what else is a cormorant? I believe you've met. This aquatic attack on Titan is also called a king shag. And the rough-faced thing comes from the patch of dry yellow skin called
The hell is that?
caruncle. Lots of birds have this, like the king vulture. By the way, do not Google caruncles on a pigeon.
Doesn't Turkey have
I'm
that too?
serious, that ruined my whole vibe. For Big Shaggy, the caruncles really swell up and brighten during breeding season. Also, that ring around their eye turns an even bolder blue. It's really no different from the blue of a booby bird. Consider it amorous eczema. And it's not the weirdest thing a bird will do for attention. This is a sage grouse. And this is the part of the video that might actually get me got. Two things. One,
Yo.
that's guy. And two, those implants are inflatable guller sacks and they pop out for female validation. What they'll do is gangs of grouses will gather in groups called legs, that's L-E-K, and they'll display
Tell my son.
dance that you can actually
Throw some, check out my balls, nigga. Check my balls.
You like my shit?
You like my shit? Like, you got,
What the fuck?
I got,
Oh,
check my
T-Bird different,
I
man.
I got the shit. You know?
Nah, that's like the 6-pack type, or 2-pack type shit, you know what I'm
Them
saying?
don't be throwing fists, nigga.
inflatable guller sacks and they pop out for female validation. What they'll do is gangs of grousers will gather in groups called legs, that's L-E-K, and they'll display their headlights in a courtship dance that you can actually hear from 3 miles away. It's very competitive, and they'll spend hours a day doing it. And in the center of the leg is the biggest bosom bird, the dominant male that gets to mate with pretty much 80% of the girl grouses there. Now let's be honest, you and I probably had the same thought when we saw this. How do they avoid predators when they're built like an uppercase cry for attention? Yeah, see, that's the thing though. Grouses have the peacock problem, where their biggest flex often gets them flatlined by predators. Those chesticles mean guy grouses get griefed by eagles so bad that the ratio of girls to guys can be 2 to 1. But there's another bird that gets their legs in. This is an Andean cock of the rock, and shout out to Peru, that is their national bird, and that is who you can blame for this.
That bird got swag, nigga.
Because that's how they look fresh out the shell. The cock of the rock will also...
That bird look like this.
Yeah, that nigga look
Light skin, nigga. Says I got my head done, nigga.
shit, my shit.
That nigga said. That nigga was up.
They have one of the biggest globes in nature.
Like a
That's
bully.
how they look fresh out the shell. The cock of the rock will also gather in lets and also put on a show for female attention. I wish I had more videos I could show you, but apparently cock of the rocks are hard, difficult to witness because apparently they're shy.
Cock of the rocks.
Even a rock cock can get performance anxiety. Again, it happens. It's totally normal.
Bro, who
that's
named
the
these
birds?
Bird of paradise, thinking otherwise would be
They was doing that shit on
expectations.
purpose.
But whether you see it or not, the bird of Peru really knows how to rock out with his cock. Okay, that's gonna do it.
Rock out with his cock out.
Donate to the breast cancer organization. So link down below if you'd like to do so as well. Also, did you know 1 in 8 women will develop breast cancer? Stop playing with y'all health. Go get screened. A dead boobie's a terrible thing. Also, I feel like I keep forgetting to plug the fact that I have a Patreon. So if you'd like to support this nonsense beyond just subscribing, the link will also be in the description. But as always, honestly, I'm not really hurting right now. Like, don't give something you need. Not in this economy. Like, it's cool if you do, but I don't really need it. I would appreciate if you liked the video. Y'all know I usually don't ask that without offering something, but I think we both know YouTube's not gonna be kind to this one. But yeah, drink water, hug your mother. I'm telling y'all, birds really do be birding. Take time to appreciate it. And I'm gonna see y'all in the next one.
Yo, did that bird just flip me off?
But yeah, drink water, hug your mother. I'm telling y'all, birds really do be birding. Take time to appreciate it.
Oh,
And I'll see y'all in the next one.
Just flick me off, dude.
Hey, yo, you just spread his yash, bro?
Hold on.
Oh, fuck, you doing? Check out my yash. No,
Birds of a feather. Oh, that was good. Hey, man, shout out to Casual Geographic for the video, man.
Shout out to the Dow.
We learn about all these, I don't know who
We've
named
learned
these
about so many
birds,
things.
man. Cockadoodles and fucking,
The rockin' cocks. the boobies. The
yeah,
tit.
the tit birds, the booby birds. Oh, god
Tit.
damn, man.
Janitor bird.
You got white tit, brown tit, blue tit, you know what I'm
Round
saying?
tit.
Long tail tit, like damn.
You got round tits, bro.
I don't know, man. They got them all.
Big boobies.
You gotta decide which birds y'all want.
The cockwoods, the woodcocks.
The woodcocker,
woodpecker,
woodcocker, do the cockadoo.
The New Zealand gobbler. I forgot which one.
The big
Swallowing
king.
the fish. The one polluting with the feed.
Yeah, I need to get one.
Hey man, but anyway, that'll be it for today's video, man. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you drop a like down below. Drop a comment as well.
We out.
Peace.